What if you learned something shocking about XRP that would change everything you thought you knew about it? Wall Street doesn't want you to know that XRP has been one of the most talked about cryptocurrencies for a long time. But there's more to this story than meets the eye. Behind the scenes, Wall Street has been getting more and more active with cryptocurrencies, slowly, with XRP at its center. That being said, what is going on behind closed doors, and why are big banks like Fidelity, BlackRock, and JP Morgan suddenly so interested in XRP? Could this mean that the big financial companies are trying to change the future to help themselves? A lot of people don't know that XRP has more uses than just its technology or how fast it moves. A lot of people think of it as just another cryptocurrency, but it's important to think about how it fits into the bigger picture of global banking. Wall Street says it changes the game, but buyers should be aware of the risks that come with having that much power and influence. What are they really trying to do, and how might their actions change the price of XRP and its place in the market? The truth could in a moment. We'll go into great detail about the hidden truths about XRP. This will include what the big banks are planning and how it might change the cryptocurrency. This isn't being talked about, but it could be about to take off in a big way. But are the risks worth the reward? More importantly, how is Wall Street set up to get the most out of this surge? The market forever. Don't think the story of XRP is over yet. What happens next might surprise you. You'll need to find out the truth soon before it's too late. Bitcoin and Ethereum are mostly seen as ways to store value or make deals. XRP, on the other hand, is a revolutionary financial tool that could change the way money moves around the world. Programs that don't share data. XRP was built to solve real problems in the world's financial system. Its main goal is to speed up, lower the cost, and improve the efficiency of cross-border funds. When you use standard finance, sending money across borders can take days, and the fees are often very high. On the other hand, XRP can settle deals very quickly and with little trouble. Because it costs so little to use, it is a much better choice for banks that want to improve their banking systems. Ripple, the company that made XRP, has been working hard to form relationships with major banks and payment processors around the world so that XRP can be used in the financial system in a way that makes transfers easier, money between countries, and it works. In the end, it comes down to why XRP is better than other cryptocurrency. There are already big names and banks that work with Ripple, like Santander PNC and American Express. These agreements aren't just small steps, they're big steps toward XRP becoming widely used as a payment method. Used in real life, Wall Street and other big financial institutions are paying more attention to XRP and its future because it's not just a speculative asset. Big financial institutions are already using its technology to solve real problems, which makes it different from other cryptocurrencies that are mostly traded or held as investments. Other cryptocurrencies are still trying to make a name for themselves in the real world, but XRP is already showing what it's worth by helping banks improve their cross-border payment systems. Because it is fast and doesn't charge fees, XRP is the best choice for banks that need to handle deals quickly and effectively. XRP stands out because of this useful use case. Stands out in the crowded Bitcoin market and sets it up for future success, but that success comes with its own problems. XRP has cutting-edge technology, but there is a secret part that not many people know about. Wall Street may not want you to know about this part. Now that we have a better idea of how amazing XRP could be, let's look into that next. Believes it is time to look at something that could totally change Wall Street's growing interest in XRP. Traditional investors have seen cryptocurrencies as risky and speculative for a long time, but recently, big banks like Fidelity, JP Morgan, and BlackRock have stopped ignoring the promise of money. That is, digital financial institutions are not focused on being early adopters or making quick money. Instead, they are going all in on the market, and XRP has their attention for a very clear reason. Wall Street thinks that XRP is a key part of the future of digital money. Giants XRP is more than just a cryptocurrency, it's a tool that could completely change the way money is sent. As long as banks and payment providers use Ripple's technology, there will be more demand for XRP. If big investors buy XRP to meet this demand, its value may go through the roof. Wall Street's interest in XRP doesn't just make it more valuable, though it also has a plan. The value of XRP can go up if institutional buyers have more power over it. The more power they have over its growth, the more centralized XRP might become, which is not what it was meant to be. Ripple's XRP project's goal was to create an autonomous cross-border payment system that wasn't tied to traditional banks. However, with Wall Street getting more involved, it's possible that XRP will change from a currency that isn't controlled by many banks to one that is much more controlled by a small group of powerful banks. These institutions not only want XRP to succeed, but they also want to shape its future role in global payments. By putting a lot of money into XRP, they are setting themselves up to do just that. Wall Street might be able to change the way its growth goes and find out the rules for using it. This might seem like a good thing for the asset, but it makes me wonder who really has the power to decide what will happen with XRP in the future. The people who first backed it or the institutions that are now taking over. When Wall Street tells the XRP how to move, there is less control. This is where the hidden risks are. Persons who invest and people who use cryptocurrencies will have what was once a decentralized currency that could change the way traditional banking works. However, that level of control comes with the risk of manipulation, as the value of XRP could be affected by